there and welcome to the Labyrinth today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Today we'll be talking about a few changes that are going to happen here on the channel, and I hope they'll be positive ones for you. And I will update you, and I'll put video chapters into the description so that you can click to whatever areas of interest that you've got in regard to the channel. But in the meantime, if you're new to the channel, a new subscriber, or this is the first time that you've listened to one of the yarning videos, I'd just like to thank you for being part of the channel, being part of my journey, and remind people that, I'm aiming to develop a community here. It's taking a little while to do it, but that's okay. But I once again would just like to say thank you very much for being part of what's happening here, and to let you know that nothing I say is categoric, without question, considered to be superior than knowledge provided by any other person that you might meet on your own journey of life. And I do encourage people to write questions, to make comments. I don't believe that there's such a thing as a negative comment, unless of course it's rude and abusive and that kind of thing. But even if it's critical, shall we say, of what I do or what my beliefs are, I'm open to questioning, because I think it's just part of us all growing. So once again, thanks for being part of the journey. So over the last weeks, I decided to do a section on Chitter Chatter, just to have a bit of a casual chat with people and respond to comments if I see them on the wall underneath the videos. And then, because there's not a lot really happening as far as people talking to me, I decided to do some commentary, if you like, about animal symbolism. And this is because I've got an amazing tree out the front garden, which I love to look at. Well, suffice to say, I've still got the same birds hanging around, just in case people are interested. I've got those wonderful black cockatoos and the red-tailed cockatoos. And I thought, we've really talked about them. They've stayed far longer this year than they normally do. So I thought, well, I can't really talk about the red-tailed cockatoo again. Let's talk about another native bird. And I thought another one of my absolute favourites, and I saw a video of it online, is actually the superb fairy wren, which is native to Western Australia and generally in the southern areas. And when I was living down south, I could see these little fellas quite regularly, and they are just gorgeous, which is why I've put the photos up. And I've left that credit there for Capwing, saying that's where I got that photo from. In the photo on the right, what you're looking at, the male is the beautiful bluebird. And this is a family because they pair. Apparently, they're an interesting bird when you do your research on them. They do mate for life, apparently, but they're not known for monogamy, which I found to be fascinating. But they mate for life. They have their little babies. So you've got your family there of the little grey fluffy ones on the right, and on the left you've got the wife and husband, if you like. So apparently the story goes that with the blue wren, this is not so much about animal symbolism, this is about behaviour. It's to do with the species or propagation of the species or whatever. So apparently the male bird will go out there and mate with a heap of females, and the female wren, she will be mating with a heap of other males potentially. So the babies that he's raising are not necessarily his own, because they both obviously share raising these little babies, which are so gorgeous that look like little pom-poms. Now, when we talk about animal symbolism, though, with this species, the Aboriginal people apparently believe that the blue represents the peace, love and harmony, and the blue wren, which is obviously the male, is considered to be a bringer of good luck and is generally a positive omen. With the mythology, they're said to bring rains, which of course from an Australian perspective, rain is really, really important. And the only reference, of course, to their promiscuous nature is that they are seen as a symbol of fertility and to bring new life into the world. So anyway, the Aboriginal folk have a great respect for the blue wren, and seeing it is very important as part of their culture. As for mine, I had an amazing experience with the blue wren years ago, and it was a breeding family, and they were actually all sitting in a little bush right in front of me, and the rainbow came into the bush. It was just magical. And there's something about seeing these little families, because they're the tiniest little birds, that when they're flying around, it's magical. It must be, I suppose, a bit like those people that can access hummingbirds. When we have them come into our life, oh my God, it's just amazing. But anyway, they're not native to where I'm living right now, but I still absolutely love them. As usual, I'm working on content. There is a lot coming, and as usual, I like to keep a little bit quiet about what I'm doing so as to keep it a surprise, and also as part of protecting the old intellectual property, because we know once we load it onto the internet, all of a sudden you have people doing similar type stuff, and I have a few concerns about piracy, shall we say, because of course everything that I load is to do with energy, spirit, love, heart. You know what I mean? It's got feeling attached to it. And I think there's a lot of people out there that will copy ideas where it's lacking the heart space, if you like. So I do hold back a little bit on what I'm loading. But what I can tell you is that going forward, we're not far away from seeing some healing content with color therapy, chromotherapy, stuff like that. I'm also working on some music videos. This is actually proving a little bit more challenging than what I thought. And of course, Archangel Zadkiel, he's the next angel, archangel that I'll be putting content up on. And I think that's a bit of a taste test for you for now. So it's not far away. None of this is very far away. So where technology is concerned, this has been an ongoing bane. If you've been having anything to do with the channel for a while, you'll know that where I live, there's a lack of infrastructure, and I've had to address issues with upload speeds, download speeds, and all of this kind of thing. And the last advice that I had received prior to me recording this was that I should be learning whether or not they were able to put the infrastructure in because of this amazing tree that I've got out the front. So anyway, I have finally received an update, which is thank God for that, because this week it has been hell on legs with the upload and download. And one of the videos that I was trying to put onto YouTube, I actually got the message saying it was going to take 18 hours for it to download, which it's not that big a video. It was only a half-hour video. So from my perspective, it's been a nightmare. Well, the update is I have contacted my internet service provider, and I've been informed that the upgrades should be happening by about March 29th. So that's only a couple of weeks away, and I should be able to retain my sanity at least through here. And the good news is that they'll be able to put the infrastructure in at the same time as protecting this amazing tree out the front for the birds, which of course is something that I would want to do. And I think anybody that's got any concern at all for these wonderful birds would want to see their environment protected. So anyway, good news. It's not long now. It's only about another 3 weeks, and hopefully I should have a decent connection. So you will have seen, in regard to the self-help and traditional type content, if you like, or the clinically supported, you will have seen that part 4 was loaded this week. Next week we're going to load part 5. They're both just short videos. They're not really big. I was just trying to keep the videos to a certain time frame. And anyway, after next week's video, we're going to leave this stuff behind. Is that a big sigh that I hear? Because it's a big sigh from me. And we're going to move away from some of this clinical, logical, rational stuff, which certainly has its place. And we're now going to look at what happens in regard to the heart space, which is the energy aspect or the spiritual aspect of health and well-being. So almost done, folks. So we have the chakra content. As you know, each week I promote this because it's actually a brilliant healing tool for those people that are completely and utterly stuck in their lives. And it does help to fast track the process of raising your vibration, your awareness, and also your capacity to experience joy in the present moment. So I consider it to be an essential part of self-care, and I'm going to keep, if you like, pushing it, flogging it. It's a free tool. It's easily accessible there for everybody, and you can find it on the chakra playlist. So as far as numerology is going, this is going to stay on Mondays. Okay, last week, or you will have seen the implications of the number 3 on the birth chart. That was loaded this Monday. Next Monday, being tomorrow, we're going to be taking a look at the implications of number 4 on the birth chart. And we will continue in this vein until we've got number 9 up. Now, as we go through it, you're going to see that by the time you get to number 9, the videos are a bit shorter. So, because there's not the same implications, obviously, with the larger numbers, the larger primary numbers. But once we've completed this, then we will definitely start looking at arrows on the birth chart. We'll complete the birth chart content, and then we'll go on to looking at the meaning of pyramids with numerology. So that just keeps you appraised there. So the 105 universal laws are almost complete. The last one has been loaded. It's scheduled for the 14th. And from here on in, I'm not going to be doing daily uploads. I do have concerns. It must feel like spam for those people that have clicked the bell to get notified, to be getting notified that these laws have gone up daily. And especially because the type of content that is in this particular playlist is not necessarily something that appeals to everybody. It seems to appeal to a select group of people. And yeah, I can understand people not being attracted to it. I think there's a lot of conflicting information here. But as I've said before, this obviously comes through from the Theosophical societies and that kind of stuff at the turn of the 1900s. And anyway, where I'm going with this is, we're almost done. Once it's finished, we will let go of daily. I won't be doing daily videos anymore, but not, when I say I won't be doing daily, usually a YouTube channel, apparently they recommend that people do about 3 videos a week. I probably will do 1 or 2 more. I haven't decided that yet because I've got some content to put up, and because people want these shorter videos, I might have to load them more regularly. But either way, it won't be like what we're doing with the universal laws. The angel content is still under development, as you know. I know that probably most of the people that are on the channel, or the subscribers, they're interested, I think, in the angel content. And if I was concerned about marketing and getting the channel to that point where it can be monetized, I probably would be putting the focus of my attention onto the angel content. But I haven't, okay? For some reason, I feel that I have needed to get the clinical type information up as a priority, and it's probably about retaining the integrity of the channel. The angelic content, I am working on a video that should go up in the next week for those people with that. And I'm also working on content at the same time that is to do with the metaphysical and energy healing and that kind of thing. And once again, I do love to link stuff with evidence-based stuff. I haven't got any real evidence on angels, of course, but a lot of this other metaphysical content that I'm doing, there can actually be evidence or documented experiences that could be perceived as evidence, I should say. So anyway, just to put things into perspective, I am working on the angel content. So where I am at with the angel content is that the video on Archangel Zadkiel is very close to being uploaded. I've just got to, I think, do some final tweaking on it, record the audio, and then I'll be able to put it up for you. So it's not far away. If you're wanting to be reminded of this when it gets loaded, just click the bell to get notified. And incidentally, as I said before, if you're worried about being spammed, you can turn things on, turn them off, that subscribe business. And even the bell, just make it work for you, that would be my suggestions. So at the moment, I'm going to continue to do art and quotes for a little while longer. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep doing it because it really depends on whether or not it's the type of content that people are interested in seeing, because it can be quite time consuming for me, as much as I really love it. But to create the reels to go on the channel, that can take a little bit of time for me trying to find the right artwork. AI has a lot of issues, just so that you know. It doesn't always create the images in the right way, and by that I mean that you might find somebody with an extra body part or a limb, or they might have missing limbs, or their eyes might be going in different directions. So it can be quite time consuming anyway, just to create the images, and then to create the reels it takes more time. So I'm thinking, as much as I like doing it, I can continue to do it for myself, but I don't need to make reels for people if it's not what people are enjoying. So if you like the reels or you like the artwork, please let me know, make a comment, and engage with me so that I can get a bit of direction about what I can do to give you. In regard to the quotes, I'm going to continue loading them for a while, because while they're time consuming, there's something that seemed to be reasonably popular. And I think it just helps people to remain positive and on track to have these quotes and pearls of wisdom come. So for the time being, I'm going to continue with both the art and the quotes, but I don't know for how much longer. So if it's something that you're interested in, please do let me know. So, my friends, it looks like that's it for another week. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, wonderful week. I hope you are showered in blessings and that your life is full of joy, positive results, protection. And I shall catch you on the next video. And as I say bye bye for now, I also say thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye for now.